Guys, deluded, I'm back again. YouTube's Lucas Torreira. Now, Arsenal fans, it looks like Reiss Nelson could be departing the club. It looks like he's going to Hoffenheim on a permanent deal, although there are lots of reports saying he'll sign a long-term deal and then leave the club on loan to that very same club. There's a lot of will he, won't he, permanent, non-permanent. We don't know at this moment in time. I like to be very calculated and pessimistic when it comes to football. So we'll assume that he's leaving, innit? What I mean by pessimistic is not expecting to lose people. It's means by considering all angles and the worst possible outcome so that you can have the best solution to that. But moving on from that jargon, Reiss Nelson, someone I've watched closely, someone that you guys saw last year, made big strides. I mean, from academy level to first team, from a standpoint, at 17, 18 years of age, he went on to make 16 appearances in all competitions. He started away at Old Trafford. He made his Premier League debut. Bulk of his appearances came in the Europa League position at fullback, but that's probably taught him a lot defensively. So he's making a lot of strides. Under 23 levels, they won the league, and as expected, he was a main player of that. He got player of the year essentially for that respective division. So it's a big stride. He then followed that with a strong pre-season for us. Obviously went a bit cold towards the end, but he hasn't been involved in any match day squad since. It's early in the season, but long gone are the days where youngsters should, and I'm not talking about impatience people, but long gone are the days where people are going to sit down, these 18, 19-year-olds, and sit down and wait in a month or so for the occasional possible call up to play in the Carling Cup or so. Long gone are them days. I mean, you can understand from an Arsenal fan's point of view. I must admit, people, I probably sound less calmer than I have been at several other young players, because I've been here with Josh De Silva, I've been here with Virginia, I've been here with Gnabry, I've been here with Marlon, I've been here with Rene Adelaide. We've been here several times. You see the pattern developing at this club. The minute these young players have a year or so left on the club, they're out for a variety of reasons. Like I said, from an Arsenal point of view, it hurts for two reasons. Firstly, he's between him and Emil Smith-Rowe and Xavier Amici to a degree. They're the most talented players we've seen at this club since Jack Wilshere. So whether they reach the potential or not, you want to either ensure they have the best chance and path to first team to be a possible 20 million pound player for us and reach first team level, just a random figure. Or if they can't hit potential, you want their contract to be doubled down on so we can sell for profit. And between players reaching our first team or young players training them for a couple of years and leaving, we're not bearing the fruits of our labour properly. From Reiss Nelson's point of view, or from a non-biased Arsenal fan's point of view, I rate the move personally. He's going to go and play under Julian Nagelsmann, who's a highly sought-after coach, highly rated. He's not even old himself. He's in his 30s, so he's going to give young players a chance. He showed with Gnabry at that very same club, leaving our very same club, what he's on in that department. Like, he will give you chances. They're playing in the Champions League. So Reiss Nelson has a prospect of doing all of this, working under an exciting coach that possibly will give him chances if the rumours are to be true. Or sit down and face the prospect of a month or so in the under-23s, to which he's actually started brightly. I believe he bagged against West Ham and Brighton, so he started off lively, and he's meaning as he is to go on. But you have to forgive him for believing that he's left this level. He has. It's now time to develop. Like, you saw Josh leave, you saw Jeff Rene Adelaide leave, you've seen many players leave for this very same reason. In fact, Nelson's probably looking at the people who left before. Benassi, fair enough, it's not the most reputable clubs in Empoli, but he's making strides in this football team. Daniel Malen left, and he's now playing in the Champions League for PSV, possibly. He scored his first goal, and he got an assist the other week as well. There's no need to wait. Obviously, at Pom, the thing's a bit different, but he's playing Champions League, but you get the point. And more importantly, I've told you guys this before. I made a video 4 days ago saying what's going on with his contract. And this is why I bring out videos quickly, because I get this urge, and things like this happen, people. I can't really explain it. But obviously, I've spoken to one of his best friends since Jadon Sancho, at least from a fan's point of view. It appears to be his best friend. And he's got to have said nothing but good things about the move. It's probably helped him grow as a person. Obviously, cut the long story short, he's playing first team football. In fact, he's got like 2 assists in 2 games, Jadon, I believe. So he's the prospect of being called up for England, and possibly making Euro 2020 or being part of the qualifying plans or shaping up part of the squad that shapes up for that. Nelson's got to believe he's similar level technically and all of them things to Sancho. So if he's doing it, why can't you? Why can't you see what your friends are on and think about it and go and do it? And he should believe he can. Obviously, from an Arsenal point of view, it's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's our problem. This contract business should have been sorted out already. It looked like he was going to sign a deal. I hope he signs a new deal. But that seems to have been flipped on its head. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this just stinks of Gnabry V2. But I can't blame him, because in Unai Emery's words, he rates him. But his exact words are, at the moment, he's continuing playing with the under-23s, but he's near us, and he also needs to continue this progress in the training session, pushing in every training, concentrate so that when the chances arrive in the first team, that he can do one. Probably that's the same thing Maitland-Niles experienced. You have to be patient. It's frustrating when you're so close yet so far. You're training with them more or less, you're socialising, but when match day comes, you're not involved and you're back there. I don't think he thinks he's better than anyone, but it's about progression and you don't want to stagnate. Youngsters don't need to waste time, and I applaud his move if he wants to go and move and do his thing. Bitter pill to swallow from an Arsenal fan's point of view, of course, but I can't not fault Nelson. Like I fully rate the move, and it's a testament to the people around him. That he's going to take this bold move, if true and if permanent, because he could have easily stayed at Arsenal and had his bum kissed all the time. People always saying he's the best this, he's the best that. He's stepping out of his comfort zone, essentially. Yeah, the expectations of Hoffenheim and Arsenal as a football club, no disrespect to them, are different, but he's going to be expected to turn up every week. German fans might know about him and might follow him, but they're not going to care that you as this exciting youngster at Arsenal. You're just another player to them, and you've got to earn their trust, and that's what football's about. You've got to apply consistency. You want to be playing in front of them fans. You don't want the abuse on social media and things, but all of these things come with it, and he's ready for that. And I can't fault him enough, man. That whole age group from, I'd say, under 19s to 17s, Jadon Sancho's age group with Foden, Hudson-Odoi, Angel Gomez, Foden's so good I'd say his name twice. There's so many good players. And with that age group, with the likes of Reiss Nelson, who technically can play for them, but he's a bit older, and Nelson's age group, and maybe Nketiah if he plays his cards right, and a couple other players at other clubs, and Maddison and Chilwell a bit older than them, and Damari Gray. These young players need to go and get football, because they have a good chance of going and playing at the Euro 2020, and there's no need to delay. What did Wenger famously say once? He famously said, if you're not ready at 19, you never will be. Obviously, give or take, everyone's circumstances are different, but he's ready. Why should he wait? He turns 19 or so in December. I'm sure he's 18 now. He turns 19. So he wants to play football. He's tired of under 23s. Yes, he's still eligible for many years to play there, but it's not going to serve him. From an Arsenal fan's point of view, it's appalling, both appalling business, and it just sums up the constant tale of bad decisions. Like, Arsenal Football Club first team away from Nelson are here as a result of just bad choices made time and time again. Like, that first team, people say it's an accident how we got to this point. We didn't. We continuously made bad choices, and these continuous bad choices saw Dragomir depart the club. I've seen several people depart the club. If you don't believe they can make it here, tie down their contracts and loan them out and ensure they can become the best player they can be. Then you can insert percentages, buyback clauses, get top dollar for people that weren't involved in first team or had no prospect. You can't claim about being self-financing. Kroenke cares about making money, but from a footballing point of view, we're doing dumb stuff. This club broke my heart with Gnabry and the ones that follow. So at this point, it don't really affect me. But it is alarming. This is an issue that not only Arsenal have, but a lot of clubs have, in that good youngsters are leaving. Because why should they wait? I'm not breeding impatience, and I do believe a degree of that is being shown away from Nelson and a couple others. But we'll see. Why should they wait? It's a bolder approach, leaving and trying to get chances than waiting until 21, and then people know you're technically good, but you've never technically played 10 or so real men's football game, top level games, so no one wants to trust you. I rate Nelson, man. I hope he goes all the way. I really think if he does make this move within the next 18 months or so, him and Sancho are going to be in Southgate's thoughts for the England national team going into the future, to be fair. And don't underestimate the rapid rise you can take as a footballer. I mean, look at Rashford a couple of years ago. Barely played, well, he did play for the under-18s, and then it's like he's went up to playing for everyone, innit? And went up to England call-ups and that. So these things can happen fast for you. Sterling the same to a degree. But in short, man, I believe the articles on goal.com. I told you guys this would happen. I've sat here and told you guys. You guys know I'm not a know-it-all, and everyone's a genius in hindsight. But have I not been talking about this 4 days ago, people? There's nothing more to say. Guys, deluded. Please get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest.